Yes, you guys see the title correctly. As you guys know, they have just added the Jurassic World event to Dinosaur Simulator, and I'm going to be showing you guys pretty much everything you guys need to know about this event. So when you first load into this event, you can see that they added a total of 16 new skins, and they all are pretty peak if I do say so. First, we got Movie Tyrannosaurus. There's so many skins in this event, and of course we have the Movie Trike and Movie Brasherie model, which I will be doing in a full showcase video at some point. But we have lots and lots of movies, and now you may be wondering, how do you get these movie skins? Well, we'll get into that right now. So when you load in, you can see we are actually granted with a whole new Jurassic World themed map. We even have the aviary, we have a bunch of bases you can go inside of, and just a lot of cool stuff in general. So you can see there's a few locations on the map. We have Restricted Zone, we have Lab 2, and Lab 1. Now these three are your bread and butter. They are the most important places in this event, and you need them. Well, you don't need them, but you need them if you want to take your time down a little bit on how much you're spending on the event. So let me actually take a walk to each location and show you guys exactly how you can lessen the times. So let's go to Lab 1 really quick. Assuming you're in a private server, you're going to want to make your way all the way down to the bottom right of the map. So let's put something in incubation. So let's say Moza, because Moza takes the longest and it can show you guys the best, effects that it has on it. So let's throw a Mosasaur in here and then go to where we need to. Matter of fact, let's just throw a bunch of stuff in with it so we can get the discounted price of it and, not scam myself. So you press incubate, and now we're gonna make our way into Laboratory 1. So just go inside of here, you're gonna make your way into this room, make another right, and then we have this little lab, and then you're gonna see a red computer, and it says Amber Rock. You just wanna press F. This terminal has been activated, minus 10% incubation time applied, and you also earn 500 DNA. So now we're gonna wanna make our way over to Restricted Zone, right over here. So literally just make a left, just TP. I think you just go up the mountain. Yeah, just keep following me. So okay, so you see this big building right here. You're gonna wanna make your way into this little crevice down here. I know there's like kind of hard to see the entrance. So you just go down even further, and then you're kind of in like this wrecked zone. And you're gonna want to make your way over to this little cubicle spot where you find your second computer. So another 10% incubation, 500 DNA, and now we're going to make our way over to Laboratory 2. All right, so we're reaching Laboratory 2 now. Once again, you're just gonna want to enter through this doorway, make a right, and then boom, we have our third computer where you once again activate it, and now you have the 30% minus, so it takes it down about 40 minutes or so if it's a like 2-hour time. And cool thing, you can actually AFK or leave the game. I mean, like grow a garden, you can leave the game and it'll still be taking your time down, so very nice. But yeah, into how you actually get these skins in the first place. So when you're on this map, you will find kind of rocks with like golden and amber things lodged inside of them, and once you go up to one of these rocks, I'm trying to follow right now, you are just going to simply press F. That'll give you a amber, and I'll show you once we actually have some amber. But on the side right here, you can see this. You click this, and I'll explain everything else in a second. And for those of you asking, you can actually do this in private servers, which is what I highly recommend. I think it may have a lessened spawn rate, but that's just granted, knowing that you can just teleport easily around the map. So this is one of the cool little bases right here. I don't know which movie this is from, and yes, as you can see, I'm using Mutadon. So I'll actually tell you guys how to craft that right now. But so what you're gonna want to do is get a Pteranodon in this blue slot right here. So when we add stuff, you can see I have a bunch of different things that you can add into here. And you're gonna want to add Pteranodon into the blue, and then you're gonna want to add a Velociraptor into, I think, any of the gray spots it can be, and then just like that, and then you have a 5% chance of crafting it. Oh, I think the DNA is actually pretty cheap for Mutadon, but it's really expensive for D-Rex, and you may be wondering, how do you get Distortus? So you're going to want to make your way back to this amber, and then you're going to want to find Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now you can mix random stuff in with this, it doesn't really lessen the chance at all. Another thing about this, when you mix more stuff in, you can see it actually gives you a discount. Everything that you add in will count towards a discount, and it's actually pretty good if you're trying to like lower the cost of DNA, especially since finding amber is pretty easy. So it's just a free guaranteed way of getting your DNA down a little bit. But when you do this, you have a chance for Tyrannosaurus Rex to mutate into Distortus Rex, which is also once again a 5% chance. The chances are kind of low, especially for how much it costs. If we're doing it like radically, it would cost around $1 million. Yeah, that number is crazy. 1 million to 2 million DNA just to have like a guaranteed shot at getting Distortus Rex. But hopefully you guys are a little bit luckier than that. I got pretty lucky on Mutadon on my first try, which was honestly really shocking. I was just doing it trying to get Pteranodon. But yeah, you can see right over here we have what looks like gold but is actually amber, and you walk up to this rock and you just pick it up. Press F. You found a piece of amber in the rubble, so you're going to want to open this now. And sorry, let me get these out really quick. And now what you're going to want to do is extract your amber, and you can see whatever you extract is a new kind of piece of strand in your DNA storage. Now DNA storage is where you find everything that you've pretty much tiled up until now, and then you can just use it. We have Mosasaurus also here, so pretty much between two Mosas there's the Chaos and I think the Jurassic World Mosasaurus, and it's a 50-50 chance for you to get either one, either or. I got the Chaos one, but I do want the other one, so that's how you get each Mosa skin. There's a lot to uncover this event. I know a lot of people are complaining that the DNA is a lot, but I think Chicken and his team said that they might lower it on the second week. It's kind of annoying because they should just do it today as soon as possible to probably get more players. But I mean, they have their own thinking processes, and I don't think it'll lessen the event in any way. You know, just grind DNA and then wait until the second week mark if you're that concerned about it. But this event has been really fun so far, man. Pretty much there's literally just ambers scattered around the whole entire map. There's no set spawn for them. There's no like limits on how many can spawn. It literally just spawns all across the map. It's like littered all across the map, and you just find a bunch of them. I've been trying to get a Titanosaurus. Apparently Titanosaurus is like one of the rarest out of the just like fresh amber, because it's not, you don't need to craft anything for it. You just straight up get it from amber. And I haven't gotten anything from it, or I haven't seen anybody that I know who has it, so it's definitely up there. But the costs are insane. Look at the Mosa cost really quick.
Oh my god!
Yeah. And then the time as well. 7,200 seconds translates to about like 2 hours, and the least you can get it to is probably about 1:30. So hey, devs, if you're watching this, can we work on a way to maybe ease that time down a little bit, or yeah, anyways. But keep in mind, this is just part 1 of the event. The Jurassic event is already confirmed to have 2 parts. The second part I think is confirmed to have Indominus Rex, movie Giga, movie Spino, and more. I don't know exactly what else is coming with it, but there's a lot more skins that are coming. I also know that Troodon is kind of expensive to get. It's like 60k for what you think of something that would probably like 20k, but yeah, the skins are really expensive this update. I feel bad for anybody who didn't really grind beforehand, because you guys are kind of just cooked. But I mean, at least you can grind Amber in private servers and then kind of just have it ready for when you're done grinding. This event will be lasting a whole entire month, so you guys aren't like in any kind of rush. You have a whole month, and you know, you just take it slow. Take it as slow as possible. Just grind DNA overnight, or even do missions. Missions are probably your easiest way to get DNA in this event. You can get DNA by activating computers in here, but it's only like 500. And apparently they're also buffing, like deleting these. Like when you delete these, you only get 50. But I think we heard that Chicken is thinking about buffing them to where Mosa might give you like 5k, and as rare as it goes, it'll give you like more and more as it goes up. So that would be pretty cool to see, so we can actually find like more alternative ways to grinding DNA, because this event is very, it has a lot to it, and I feel like they can improve on a lot of stuff if they just, you know, make it maybe a little bit easier for players. But hey, I'm really excited to grind this event. I'm like not even halfway done with it. I got a lot left to go. I want to get this D-Rex, bro. Listen, y'all have a chance. There's a high chance for you guys to get D-Rex. 5% isn't even that bad. They could have been a lot more vigorous with it. It could have been a lot worse, trust me. I've seen games that probably would have given it a 1% and called it a day. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Jurassic event. Once again, this is just part 1, and they're probably gonna roll out some changes in part 2. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I'm having a lot of fun in this event though, and yeah, enjoy.